Today we're going to be cooking cod loins, and we're going to be serving that on a little potato curly kale and leek rosti, with a little bit of a pea sauce to go with that. So we'll get on with that straight away. We've got the stove running nice and hard, and we're going to be cooking it in a combination of the griddle pan and the oven. Firstly, we're going to show you how to make the potato leek and curly kale rosti, which basically is, first of all, you will grate a potato, and then to get rid of all that moisture you'll wring it out in a clean tea towel, and then finely chop some kale, finely chop some leek, and I mix it together with some seasoning and a little knob of butter, and we're going to do that on the griddle here. So we'll use a little bit of cold pressed rapeseed oil, which I've steeped with a few chilies, a little bit of that in the pan. And then we'll get our mould, slide it above that well, and just fork this into the mould. And you want this to be around about 1 centimetre or under deep. Just firm it in around there. Just apply a little pressure, you don't want too much, you don't want it to be made of wood. So there we go, and we're just going to leave that to cook a while. Okay, so today we're cooking a cod loin, which we've got here, which we bought from Jackson's Fishmonger in Newton Abbot. And I'm not really a big fan of the fish skin, so I've developed my own little way of making a little crispy outer edge that isn't the skin, but I think is absolutely delicious. And I've also added in some of the curly kale, this sort of new superfood, in with the little crunchy bits, which is a top secret recipe, although I will tell you it's 2 cream crackers and 3 tortilla chips, all ground down with a rolling pin to make this fine dust. So what we're going to do, we're going to sprinkle that onto a plate and dip our fish into that. So we'll make a nice little circle of the crumb. Oh, there goes the telephone. I tell you, it is busy this time of year. So what we've done here is we've whipped up an egg white to get a nice little froth, and what we're going to do with that is just going to paint one side of the fish with that egg white so that the crumb has got something to stick to, and it's a very light sort of mixture rather than a fully beaten egg, which can be a bit, I'm not really a big fan of the egg, to be honest. So there we go, and then we're going to dip that into the crumb. I'm only going to do one side, as if it is like the skin of the fish. So there we go, and then we're going to pop that, I might as well carry it over into the pan. So a little bit more of the cold pressed chili oil, just a little drizzle. And then the fish, with its nice little crispy crumb, goes into the pan. Right, so our rosti should now be ready to turn over. Okay, so I've turned over the fish and I've turned over the rosti, and we're just going to let those cook a little bit longer. And while they do that, hello Scabby, come here mate, come here. We're going to tell you about these new coffee logs, which are just a new product on the market, which is basically logs made from the waste coffee grounds that, you know, I guess in tons must be generated every day from people drinking as much coffee as they do. And so we're going to be doing, you know, a little review of these, and we've done a review on the website, so you can go there and have a look at that. And that's what we're going to be adding to the fire today. So I'll just rip them open and show you them. So, come on mate, come on Scamp, come up here mate, come on, jump up there, come on, that's a good boy, that's a good boy. So, these are the coffee logs. They're quite small and compact, which makes them ideal for my little tiny stove, and hush hush nudge nudge wink wink, the tiny wood stove range. So I'm going to be giving away 4 bags of these in the new year with every stove that you order online. So keep an eye out on the website again for the news of that special offer. We'll be giving away 4 bags of these little darlings. So we'll pop one in now, shall we? So using the multi-tool to open the door, obviously. We'll pop this one in. And we'll open up the stove to really get it ripping, to get a nice little crispy crumb on that fish. So, to finish the fish, we're going to pop it in the oven. Okay, so we're going to pop it in the oven. And the rosti must almost be done. It's looking good. So while that just finishes off, we'll go and get the pea and mint puree and start getting ready to plate up. Okay, so the cod's been in the oven for a little while there, and now we're ready to serve up. So we'll just get that and pop it onto the rosti. Squeeze a lemon. So there you've got cod loin with a crispy curly kale crumb and a pea and mint puree with some baby beetroot leaves. Okay, so Scampy and I hope you really enjoyed that recipe, the cod loin with the crunchy curly kale crumb, which is not easy to say. And we all hope you have a great time this Christmas and eat loads of grub, of which I hope most of it you cook on your wood stove. Okay, so see you in 2017. Bye now.